Oh, it worked. Man, please.
Captain by a hook with a red beard. Cap by a hook with a red beard.
Yes, sir. Euro stepping our way through the world. How the hell we doing, baby? It is a Thursday, but not any Thursday. It is the 5th day of September. The year is 2024. We've come a long way on this earth, and we finally have arrived at the NFL football season. Ravens, Chiefs, they kick it off tonight. A whole plethora, full slate of games on Sunday. Even got some Friday night football in Brazil. Brazil, baby. Eagles flied out yesterday. Feels a little late to me, but who the hell am I, huh? Packers. Go, Pack, go. Am I right? Anyway, we're going to dive into this thing. I got my man JCP here with me. It's been a while. We're going to welcome him back with warm arms, standing ovation, a round of applause, and we're going to get ready for kickoff this 2024-2025 football season. We'll get all of his fat bets for college football, and then we'll dive into each NFL game rapid fire style, just throwing out thoughts, lines, bets, props, maybe even a joke or two if you're lucky. Anyway, I was going to do a longer introduction, but who the hell cares? Let's dive on effing into it. My man, my guy, the always informal, the always amazing JCP,
Ah,
Jaden Chandler Power, now from the JC Pod. How the hell are we doing this morning, man? I know it's a little early. Both of us had to put some oil in our elbows to get them cranking.
Oh yeah, we're doing great, man. It's a football Thursday. The more I think about that, the more your boy wants to get up a little bit. And like,
Yeah.
yeah, it is Thursday, huh?
We've been
Time
waiting
to
all year.
legit. And then, of course, all day we've been waiting all year. First day wake up, it's like, God damn, gotta go back to bed. I tell you what, juice is flowing now. We kind of feeling it. Don't wear green in Brazil. I heard, I heard the Eagles wearing black and white, and the Packers are unveiling a special uniform.
For real?
I don't know about if they actually are, but I'm pretty sure the Eagles wearing black and the Packers are probably wearing white. Yeah, I think that's actually happening.
That's crazy. I heard about that, but I thought that was like in the streets. I didn't think anybody was gonna run onto a football
I,
field and stab you.
I didn't think so either, but don't take my word for it. But I did see it somewhere, so
Man,
don't be shocked if it happens.
man. I feel like that's their colors. Brazil, green, right? Green, black, and yellow.
Yeah, which is crazier. Hey, don't ask me. I don't get it either. That's
Yeah,
exactly what I thought. I'm like, man, not even the football field.
yeah, that is bananas, man. My girlfriend went to Brazil back in the day. She was on I don't need to brag, but she was on USA volleyball team, like the not the main one, like one of the youth, like 17 under ones, 18 under
Yeah.
ones. Went to Brazil, but nah, she got USA jersey, and that shit's dope as fuck. But she loved Brazil. She keep wanting to go back, and I'm like, I'm scared to leave the
Uh,
country, to be honest with you.
mhm.
But that's me.
Uh,
I'm scared to go to any other country. I just feel like they're gonna say, "Hey,
hey.
hey, come over here," and then I just never go back home. I just, I don't know, in jails out there. I don't know.
there's there's a few countries I'm with you. I don't. I feel like you look at them the wrong way. They'll be like, well, let's find a way to get this guy in jail. I'm
Yeah,
with you. There's a few countries I just
and just to
might
be
not need
clear,
to go
it's not just Brazil or Hispanic countries. I'm scared to go to France, England, anything, anywhere, Canada.
to. Russia.
Yeah, any border. I just want to stay in America because I'm cool here. I got American ID. But
They're
anyway,
staying at home. I feel comfy here.
yeah.
This is my safe
Speaking,
place.
man, I only have 3 games this weekend that I even give a damn about in this college football slate. I gave them out yesterday. I can run through it real quick for those who don't want to go back. I'm on Michigan 7.5, Iowa -2.5,
Ooh.
and then Bama boys -30 in the hook. I just want to get your thoughts, and you can kind of take control here and run through the board, go wherever you want on it, college football wise, and just throw out your picks. and then we can jump into some NFL stuff.
I'm kind of with you where I want to take the Michigan just because of the 7.5. The fact that that line opened up at 3, and the second they saw what both teams did, it ballooned to 7. But I will admit, I have a boy. His name's shout out Bud Elliott. He's talking about on the Cover 3 podcast. I have to be a little bit concerned about Michigan. The fact that maybe Alec Orji didn't necessarily win the job in camp. It's more if he lost the job because if they made a Michigan real quickly made a lot of movements in the summer. They kind of showed, oh, Alex Orji's going to be our quarterback, and I don't think he's playing too much. I honestly can't tell you how much he played last week because, for those of you who don't know, I was on a bachelor trip for my boy, so I missed a good amount of the noon games. So I'm not for sure on that, but I don't know. There's some quarterback questions with Michigan, so that's me a little bit worried. That's why I personally didn't take the 7.5. But if I was to lean aside, it probably would be that Texas on the road. But yet again, they look kind of impressive too.
Who's
Iowa minus.
this
Go
is
ahead.
gonna show my ignorance. Is it still Quinn Ewers for Texas?
Yeah. Arch got some playing time. Yeah, yours came back.
Yeah, I saw the video of my boy Arch, and I was like, hold on. And then I looked at the
Yep.
score, and I was like, they blowing him out. He probably just got in. Probably just
Yep.
got in late. Who'd they play again? Week 1, Texas. If you know.
Some Joe Schmo. I know. I honestly cannot remember. It was somebody that they should have beat easily. It was like a
This
40-point spread, 40 point spread.
and this is the thing. This is why I love college football. You take that, and all of a sudden you move a line 4 points, and now you're on the
Yeah.
road against a. I don't care who the quarterback is for Michigan. The defense is just. I don't know. 7.5 is too big for me for a home team. With Michigan's power. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't
Yeah.
mean to jump
No,
in.
no, no. You're all good. I was trying to look it up real quick. I couldn't get it up in time. I'm in the same boat because this is similar, very similar situation how I saw Boston College. So it's like, all right, so you just watched them take Georgia Tech to the wire, and I know they're coming home, but that offense, you're telling me with that offense, you think they're going to cover 17 points? Not a chance in hell. Not only that, they lost outright. So that was a whole situation in itself. So FSU's on. I think they have a 1% chance to make the college football playoffs now. Side note, we don't got to talk about that. Uh,
Yeah.
Rough start for them, to
Hey,
say the
I love
least.
it. Love it, man.
To say the least. I do have one bit with you that I agree with. It's Iowa minus 2.5. Uh, they have offense now. Dropped 40 last week. Uh, that's the whole reason I'm pretty much taking them is they scored 40 points. Now they're playing Iowa State and they're only 2.5 point favorites at home in a rivalry game. Feels a bit fishy.
Yeah.
Feels a bit weird, but I mean, yet again, it's only week 2, so maybe the books know something I don't. Just kidding. Give me the 2.5. I think that it should be a little bit more than that. Dude, I just think they scored 40 last week. I don't know what Iowa State's done, but I think Iowa's a bit better this year. And the biggest thing is, like I said, if I was going to have an offense, then we won't be okay. Another one I'll take. I'm not the most sold on this one. Rutgers minus 23.5 over Akron. Akron got their shit kicked in by Ohio State through a late pick six that kind of killed a fourth quarter cover for those of you who took it. I did not. Thank God. Thank God. But yeah, I just don't know if Akron's going to be that good this year. Rutgers has a chance to be really good. This is a big game for them where they should roll. Will they? I don't know, but it's one of those things where it's like, man, I'll take some action on Rutgers. Why not? Haven't had a chance to watch them this year. Will give me a chance to watch them, get an eye on them. But I'll admit, out of all the bets I gave out, Rutgers minus 23.5, it scares me because it realistically should be Akron by 30. But it's just a matter of are they even capable of doing that? So it's kind of a proving game for me. Another one I got real quick: Oklahoma State minus 7.5. They play Arkansas. Oklahoma State won by 24 against South Dakota State, which is a really, really good FCS team last week. Arkansas, I think they had a really big one as well, but this is Oklahoma State's year. I feel like Ollie Gordon minus 800 to score a touchdown might be some of the craziest odds I've ever seen. When literally, I think the next guy behind him is minus 185.
Hey, it's
But
time
if
to
we're
keep
being
it going,
fair,
baby.
last week Ollie Gordon 21 carries, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. So to be fair, in the Bucs' defense, the boy just walked into the end zone. Regardless, I think Oklahoma State's going to probably win this by 10. So the fact that it's 7.5, especially at home, they're 7.5 at home. I'll definitely take that for a chance for them winning big. Another team I like, Georgia Tech minus 2.5. Can't remember who for the life of me they're playing. But this is another one where it's like it doesn't really matter for the opponent too much for me. It's just more of Georgia Tech's won me 2 weeks in a row now. We're gonna see if they can Syracuse. That's what
Yeah, I was
you're
about
gonna
to
hate
say.
me for that one. You're gonna hate me for that one.
My orange
I
meat.
literally saw that S on your screen. I'm like, that's who they play.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played Syracuse. I think this is a chance for them to win. They've shown really, really good things in the run game for Georgia Tech has, but I'm nervous. I wouldn't be lying if I said I was nervous.
Georgia Tech's ranked 23rd. Oh, they just be slapping these rankings on people.
Yeah, it's really early. I won't lie. Don't get me wrong. They beat Florida State, who is unranked now, and then they beat I think Georgia Southern, somebody like that. They're
Yeah,
23rd. Like, let's calm down a little bit with that. So, no, that scared me a little bit. The boys might be like, oh, we're 23 now, huh? All of a
right.
sudden, and then they have a shit game. Because don't get me wrong, Haynes King is known for having some shit games, but if you continue to have good games like he has so far, Georgia Tech is actually a pretty solid team. By the way, win total for Georgia Tech gave it out at 4.5. I'm pretty sure it's at like 6.5 now, 5.5 still. So
Golly.
shout out to the Georgia Tech boys because they've been. Last time I looked, it was 5.5. I don't know if it moved up one since their latest win, but them boys have been balling. So it's like, hey, while they're hot and while they have a chance to continue winning before they play the rest of their ACC schedule, let the boys ball a little bit. Quick one. This really doesn't need any explanation. Notre Dame minus 28.5 over NIU. Notre Dame's home. If you watch the game in College Station, that defense is scary. So I'm taking them to basically win by 30. It's just a matter of does Notre Dame give up at any point, and when they do give up, are they up enough to where like 2 touchdowns won't matter?
The
That's
Fighting
basically all it comes down
Irish.
to. Hey, they might be decent this year. The way that if their offense can get some stuff figured out, their offensive line had 6 starts combined, and they to the second half of Texas A&M, they were pushing them around, kind of leaning
Hmm.
on them a little bit. Defensively, oh my God, you want to talk about it? They had Connor Wayman having Deacon what is it? Deacon Hill, that's his name. Deacon Hill type performance out there. 13 of 30 for 100 yards and an interception. Now, if that doesn't scream Iowa football, I don't know what does. I got one more for you. Like I said, so real quick, Rutgers minus 23.5, Oklahoma State minus 7.5, Georgia Tech minus 2.5, Notre Dame minus 28.5. We share Iowa minus 2.5. Last one, literally, this is a very similar situation to uh, Florida State last week, where I'm seeing a number and it's like, I don't know how I feel about that. And I even got a better number now. Boise State plus 19.5. Oregon is this is literally same exact situation damn near as Florida State with Oregon. Oregon shows up last week, except instead of losing, they won. They won 24-14 with Dylan Gabriel having almost 400 yards passing. I think he averaged like 4 yards a pass. I don't know. I didn't look into the numbers, so I don't know how accurate that is. But 19.5 for an Oregon team that only won by 10 against Idaho. It's like okay. And also, Boise State's coming off a game where the running back scored 6 touchdowns, ran for 250 yards. So they're
God,
coming in strong.
damn.
Yeah, their running back went stupid last week. So I just like I said, 19.5 points is huge. I think Oregon's going to win this game. I don't think they're going to win by that much. Especially if Idaho's able to linger around, I think Boise State might be able to make some stuff happen. It's just a matter of it's a gelling thing too. I think this is a kind of newish Oregon team, so it's just a matter of if they gel, there's a chance they could roll. But I think it might take them an extra week or two to get this done.
Hell yeah, man. Just throw it out there. Georgia Tech over 5.5. But it's gonna cost you. Minus
It,
166.
it was minus 155 last week.
It's crazy, bro. Just move the line.
They love it. They love it. Hey, that five. They feel good about that five, huh? They're scared of everyone taking the under 5.5, I guess. Even though the Georgia Tech boys they're gonna win 6 games and go bowling.
Oh,
At
bro.
this point,
Yeah. They
they
look
already
really
have.
good.
They're already third of the way there. Already a third of the way there.
Man. No, they look really good.
Which is kind of shocking. Their offensive line has really impressed me because for being, I'm not going to say they're a lower tiered school, but for being, not the Georgias, all that, their offensive line has been pretty impressive. Like they pushed around FSU, but yet again, FSU kind of got pushed around the second game too, so it might be more of an FSU thing. But them boys impressed me a lot in that first game.
Hell yeah, man. It's captained by a hook. Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs, here with my man JCP from the JC Pod. Let's dive into some big boy games, baby. I'm kind of gonna work backwards here. I want to end with the Thursday night game. Let's start off with Friday night in Brazil. We joked about it a little earlier. I'm gonna be honest. I saw Green Bay plus 3. Right now, you can get Green Bay plus 2.5. The total is 49.5. And I was like, why is this price like it's in Philly if it's in Brazil? I feel like
Yeah,
some other people felt that way. The three's been bet back down to plus 2.5 for some reason, man. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just because you know how you get those preseason notions on teams. I'm like high on the Packers, low on
mm-hmm.
the Eagles, even though I have nothing to back it up. I just think
Yeah,
the
no.
Packers are going to steal this game outright. Where you at on this Packers Eagles? Again, Eagles minus 2.5.
Actually, funny enough, I am on the Eagles minus 2.5. I don't know. I just for kind of the observation, it's in Brazil, so it's pretty much just gonna be a wild card regardless. It's gonna be a field goal game. I don't know. I will not. It's one of those situations. Won't be shocked if the Packers win and the Eagles lose. I just feel like the Eagles are going to be only thing that scares me. I will admit the Packers have a little bit more continuity coming in. It's a lot of the guys are staying together and all that. Eagles, it's new offensive coordinator. They're coming off some. I don't want to say some bullshit from last year, but
Now I'm gonna be
it's
honest,
just
man. I don't want to
it was
go in there
weird.
too deep. The Eagles, they kept it together last season, but I think that Super Bowl broke them, bro. I think
Yeah,
that
it's
Super Bowl when they lost, and you got Sirianni cussing out somebody, and Jalen Hurts is like, bro, chill, bro. Like I feel like they just never been
yeah.
one again,
Yeah,
as
they
far as a
weren't on the
team.
same page a lot last year, seemed like, and now they're coming into this year without Jason Kelsey and Fletcher Cox, two massive, massive units on their line. So, like I said, I took the -2.5. I won't be shocked if they lose or win. I just wanted to at least get something, and I'll admit, I just didn't want to bet the Packers. There was something about me that just didn't want to bet them yet. So I'm just like, I'll just
Sometimes
take
the
the
gut is
Eagles.
right, man.
Dude, literally, it was just this was a situation where it's how it was the Thursday night game, which we'll talk about in a bit, but I just couldn't get my gut couldn't really pick a side, so I literally just stared at it and it's like -2.5 it is, okay. And I took
Yeah.
it. Two bets I do have real quick though. Saquon anytime touchdown -135, Jaden Reed anytime touchdown +180. Those are gonna be the two fun ones we're gonna mess with. I just think Saquon has a chance to score instead of them having to do the tush push this year. Maybe they'll be able to save a little bit of Jalen Hurts. And as for Jaden Reed, I just picked one of the Packers I thought might have the best chance to score, for being honest. Josh Jacobs probably has a really good chance. Didn't want to be chalk and take him. And then it was basically like, which receiver do I want? I'm like, well, I could see Jaden Reed on a gadget like play for +180. It's like, oh, that's pretty decent odds. So I think that's why I kind of did it for every team where it's like, I have one that's kind of like safer and another one that's like, the odds are kind of big, but it's like, should still be doable.
Yeah, no, I definitely think game one they're gonna try and feed Saquon at least one touchdown. Even if he doesn't have a great game, they're gonna get in that red zone at least once and give it to him
Mm-hmm.
inside the five. Man,
Give the
first
boy a
game of the
chance.
season we talk about. We're on two different sides. I love it, man.
I was
Uh,
about to say, no better way to start it.
This is my favorite bet of the weekend, and it's getting juicy as hell. And I'm pretty sure this number is going to leave anytime in the next 24 hours. You got the Tennessee Titans on the road taking on the Bears of Chicago. Chicago's -4.5 point favorites at home. Total set at 44 and a hook. Kind of like the over here, but my favorite side is Tennessee Titans +4.5. They added weapons over the offseason. Calvin really had an underrated season last year for the Jaguars. I think he
Mm-hmm.
helps out Will Levis a whole hell of a lot, especially with D Hop on the other side, and then Tony Pollard, just an underrated back as well. I think the Titans have a lot of underrated players. Everybody thinks D Hop's
Yeah,
old. Everybody thinks Ridley's whatever. Levis is
damn near.
whatever. Pollard is whatever. But I think all of these guys are better than they were in their last situations. And be honest, it's a rookie quarterback at home favored by 4.5. I'll take the 4.5 any day against a rookie quarterback in their first game of their life. And I'm on Titans +4.5. This is my favorite bet of the weekend. Where you at on it?
Yeah, I was about to say, don't forget Brian Callahan, I believe is his name, new OC slash head coach for the Titans. I'll admit, the Titans are, I'm not gonna say sneaky good, but they got a sneaky good roster.
Yeah,
Like if you look at some of the names, you look at just their names on paper, it's like that's not a horrible roster. So I think this is gonna be the Titans are probably gonna be the third or fourth team in the AFC South, which isn't a horrible thing. I think they win probably about 6, 7 games this year. About this is probably gonna be their ceiling. I think this could be easily one of them. Fun stat for you. Rookie quarterbacks, I believe, are 23, 35, and whatever in their opening starts or whatever. 0-7 the last 0-7-1 the last 5 seasons in opening starts rookies are. So that's the whole reason I'm on the Titans as well. I'm not going to bet it, but if I was to bet this game, I would be on the 4.5 as well. I might end up just taking it for the fact that, yeah, it's Caleb Williams' first game, and you act. Don't get me wrong. People are going to be like, well, he looked impressive in the preseason. Well, he looked impressive in college. I know it's only week one. I know they're going to get too into schemes, but they're actually going to play some real people and some real defense. So I think it's going to get a little bit harder for him. And I'm not saying he's not going to be good. It just might take some time. It's going to take 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks. That's where I haven't solely figured it out yet. Where it's like, oh yes, week 7, I feel like he's going to get it. I still don't know, but I just think at least for week one, there's going to be some struggles. He can still look good, but 4.5,
yeah.
that's a
Week
lot of points.
14 or 15, they have a prime time game. I think it's Sunday or Monday night against somebody. And I was looking at the schedule, he's gonna struggle up to that point and then have a hell of a game, second half comeback. and he's gonna finally get his feeling and go into next season
Welcome
feeling
to the
pretty
NFL
good.
moment.
Yeah, but until then, it's the Bears, bro.
They got to prove it to me. I'll say that for damn sure. I mentioned it on my show that came out a little bit that came out yesterday. I've watched the Bears. They've had really, really good defense. It's just finally gone down. Now the defense is back up a little bit. Now this is the best offense I've ever seen them have. They just got to figure it out. And will they? I don't know. It's the damn Bears.
Yeah. Now if they bite me game one, F it. Steelers, baby.
Right?
Pittsburgh. They're 3.5 point dogs in Atlanta, ATL, Georgia. Atlanta Falcons minus 3.5 at home. Total set at 42.5. This is another bet I'm gonna be on just because you're giving me 3.5 against a team who what 6, 7 games last year was 1 point or less. And I don't care about all this free agent stuff, man. A lot of hype is put into off-season moves, and sometimes I say this, in my opinion, 90% of that don't mean nothing. When the Saints got the Honey Badger, what's his name, Tyrann Mathieu, who was supposed to be the greatest defense, all that, we trash, bro. Like all of these little moves, y'all be thinking the safety's really gonna make a huge difference, bro. It doesn't. Bijan's in the second year. I do think he has a hell of a season. I love Kirk Cousins, but I don't know. I can't get past the Falcons winning this game by more than 3. Steelers are just too competitive in their nature. I lost you. Wow. Yeah.
You back? You back? Of course. All right. Sweet. Like I told you, it's just gonna randomly connect. Anyway, I was gonna say I going into this, I do like Bijan score minus 115. I think he's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I
I,
like that.
I don't gotta. I really don't have a side in this game too much. I think these are two teams where it's kind of. If I had to pick, I probably would go Steelers 3.5 as well. But I want to watch both these teams. I don't know what Kirk Cousins is going to look like on this team. I don't know what Raheem Morris's offense is going to look like on this team now. There's just too much, especially with the Steelers too. New offensive coordinator as well, and Artie Smith. Russell Wilson is a starter. Kind of know what to expect from him, but at the same time, not really. 'Cause this is just a game where it's like I'm going to sit back and kind of watch this and figure out what these two teams are. Because yeah, these are two teams I bet on a decent amount last year, and oh man, you want to talk about shaky rides, especially the
Yeah.
Falcons, man. I've never been more mad at a team than betting Falcons games where it's like, what the hell are we doing? So I'm so glad they have a better quarterback. No offense to Desmond Ritter, but
Can't do it. uh,
man, boy.
a little Florida action here, baby. Miami Dolphins. They're 3.5 point favorites against the Jaguars. Total set at 48 and a hook. This game's a fun one to me. I don't know why. This is one of the ones like you
Oh
said
yeah.
earlier. You just kind of stare at, and then your guts just like. I just think the Jaguars are gonna steal it, but I'm on a lot of dogs, so I'm staying away from this game.
Ooh.
I'm going around the corner and peeking at this game. I'm not even gonna try and dive into it.
Yeah, I'm kind of very similar where I couldn't find a side either. I want to take the Dolphins because it's early in the season. Kind of want to fade the Jags because I'm not very high on them at all. But one thing I did kind of find myself on, I ended up taking the over. I got it at 47. I get it at 40. I get it out at 49. I've seen it at 47. It's at 48 on here. I think this will be 27-24 type game potentially. I think around that score. So I'm kind of liking the over, but I'm also can't wait to be mad when it's like 24-17 because Jaguars didn't do too much. I am a bit scared of the Jaguars offense keeping up. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I'm really hoping it does not a 31-17 game, which is also where I kind of think it could end up. But
Yeah.
that's my biggest fear is I just need the Jaguars to be able to keep up on offense and for the Dolphins not to be completely horrible on offense. One thing I will say real quick before we move on, something that really, really surprised me is Tyreek Hill's minus 115, but you can get Raheem Mostert plus 100 or Devon Achane plus 120 score touchdown for the Dolphins. Both of those being plus money feels a little wrong. I'm
Insane.
not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have another one we're gonna get about later that has me blown away number wise. Some of these touchdown props, I'm not gonna lie, number wise, it's like, what are we doing? I can tell that y'all might not know ball. I hate to, I don't like throwing that accusation around because that's like might as well be saying the hard R when you say stuff like that on the football streets. You got to be
Whoa,
careful with
whoa,
that one.
whoa! This is Captain by Hook, baby. Now I'm playing.
I say you throw out you don't know ball. Hey, that cuts some people deep, man. But well, hey, wait a minute.
I don't think anybody cares about Bengals minus 8.5. Patriots.
I did take it.
What you got? What you take?
Oh, there's the Bengals. They should win by 10. That's just my. They should win by 10. I know it's the pro league, but realistically,
Yeah, I can't.
they
I
should win
mean,
by 10.
I honestly see this game being 24-3 going into the half, and the Bengals just coasting and winning this game like 31-3. I don't see the Patriots putting up
Yeah,
more than two scores.
I agree. And Jamar Chase is back at practice. If he's, I would love for him to score a touchdown just because all offseason bullshit he pulled.
Jamar Chase and the Bengals. Uh, man,
That's
always
all.
puts himself first. My guy, man. At least he stays true to himself. Put himself first at
Hey,
LSU. Putting himself first in Cincy. You gotta
I
love
will
it, baby.
say, in his defense, what he's getting paid right now for how good he is kind of shite. But do this next year, buddy. I love you to death. You might be on my fantasy team, but do this next year.
This is a game, man. And even though you got the shirt on, without you anywhere in my life, this is an intriguing ass game to me.
What
Houston
shirt?
Texans on the road, huh?
What shirt?
Houston
Oh, this
Texans
one?
on the road. I, I, I was like, don't know where this bit's going. Man, I can't believe the Colts, and I get it, the Houston type. I I don't know, man. This is just a death trap spot if I ever heard one, and I hate that saying in sports, but this is literally the definition of it. People use that for lines every day that don't make no sense. But this is a trap line if I ever seen one, bro. You get the Colts at home, not even the Colts. Let's just say this: it's a division game, week one, home team's a dog. That just don't sound right with me.
Both teams healthiest they'll ever be.
And
And not even
yeah,
that. They might be even equal. Damn near equal.
I think so. I mean, you got weapons on the Colts, you got weapons on the Texans. Both of these offenses are sharp. Both of these defenses are strong. I can't get. I'm begging. Like I'm literally been on my knees begging for a +3 on these Colts. I missed it yesterday from what I hear. Back down to +2.5 at home. The total's 48.5. I will be on the over here at 48.5. And somehow, some way, I'm gonna get a Colts +3, even if I gotta buy some juice.
Yeah, give me Colts +3. Give me Colts money line. No, the biggest thing is like I think the biggest thing is people overlook it. And yes, I am wearing a Colts shirt, but Colts with Anthony Richardson, they were up 21-0 on these boys before Anthony Richardson went out with energy and the without with injury, excuse me, in the playoffs. It literally came down to one pass, or the Colts would be in the playoffs right now over the Texans. And I'm not gonna say CJ Stroud would get all this hype because he well deservedly so would have, but it would have been a different like. But he lost to the Colts in the playoffs. He lost to Gardner Minshew in the playoffs. That would have been it. Would have been a completely different narrative because of that. He's like, but he lost to Gardner Minshew in the playoffs. Instead of that, they obviously they win because of a drop pass and everything. Moves on to this. AR and Steichen is going to be a great combo. It's just basically this whole game comes down to if AR can like if AR doesn't get his own way almost. The Colts DB situation is going to be a little bit sketchy. That's the worst position on the team, but Latu rushing the passer, that's going to be awesome. They have some amazing linebackers. Hey, and they don't forget CJ. I will lie. Shout out to CJ Stroud. He's deserved it, but CJ Stroud's been talking his shit this
Oh,
offseason.
that's my
Talking
bro.
his shit.
I know we
So,
don't have
but
time to talk about this for 40 minutes, but the Houston Texans, bro, your fan base, anybody that's a Houston Texans fan, get ready, bro. I've seen this story before.
mhm.
You got a little too cocky, bro.
Don't get me wrong, they're good and it's well deserved. But it's also somebody brought up a really good point yesterday about how CJ Stroud like impressed everybody. He's like, oh, he played really good because we all thought the Texans were low. Maybe we were just wrong about the Texans last year. Maybe Ryan seems to be a pretty good coach. That roster seemed to be pretty talented. So now, and you know how it always be, especially with new teams. Now there's expectations. It's like the Lions. Now there's expectations. Like, all right, now we know what
Yeah.
you can do. Let's see it again. And if he does it again, I'll be happy. It's like, okay, CJ Stroud's a guy, but I want to see it a little bit.
Nah, it's gonna be a sad year for Houston, bro. I hate to say it. I've seen this. It's like 12 narrative stories I can tell you right now that just is bad news for the Houston
And you know what's
Texans.
crazy? Crazy thing, and then this is the last thing I got for this game. They could be 9-8 again this year, and by technicality, it'd be an amazing season because of how horrendous the Houston Texans have been for years. But because of Houston Texans fan now, that switch flipped now, and all of a sudden it's like we're Super Bowl or bust. It's like Super
Yeah,
Bowl or bust. Year
dumbasses.
two quarterback, year two coach. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
Dumbasses.
Okay,
Nah, I got homies in Houston, bro. They thinking they about to win 13, 14 games and make a deep playoff run. I said, bro, y'all don't
as
understand
it,
the damn game, bro. It's deeper than just I don't know, bro. Like you said, they act like they won 12 games last year and went to the AFC Championship game. That's
don't
what
get me
they acting
wrong,
like.
they're a good team, but they had their moments. I mean, the Colts almost got them, and they didn't have AR for majority of the season
No, Colts are scary, bro. People don't understand that, and I'm not saying that just
because
because of you. I love
dude, if they can.
I love
If
Steichen, bro.
I was gonna say, I think that's the main thing people are not realizing. They're like, Steichen's a guy.
Yeah.
Like he's scheming shit up for Gardner Minshew.
Nah, he
I
got
think we're gonna
Minshew.
be all right.
He got Minshew paid in Vegas, bro. I'll just say
And the
that.
Pro Bowl. You got him paid in Vegas and to the Pro Bowl. I mean, hey, what else? What else we got to say?
Sheesh.
Humor.
Man, New York, New York. City so nice they named it twice this game. Yikes. New
Do we
York
even gotta talk
Giants
about it?
taking on the Vikings. I mean, we don't really have to. I have nothing for this game. Everybody's on Malik Neighbors. I can't bring myself to bet anything in this game.
Same. I'm not taking anything. I'm gonna watch, enjoy this because as a guy who gave out the future of Giants potentially have the worst record and scored the least this year, I'm just gonna. This is a big game for me for them to lose.
I wish I could find a bet combined total overthrown 5.5 interceptions or something like that. That's what I would like. Darnold and Jones. Oh yeah.
Right. It's gonna be a. It's gonna be. I was gonna say a giveaway, a turnover giveaway.
Man, Saints, baby. 3.5 point favorites. Excuse me. Three and a
Ooh, it's
half point
dropping.
favorites. I know. Saints 3.5 point favorites against the Panthers, and I mean rightfully so. It's dropping, bro. The Saints triggity trash. They won the last 5 season openers, which guess what? We're jinxed now. We've won the last 2 openers by 1 point, literally 16-15 and then 27-26. Total here is 41 and a hook. Everybody's high on this Carolina Panthers offense. I think y'all dumb as hell. Everybody's high on the Saints. Not really. I think everybody dumb as hell on the Saints. I don't even want to talk about this game. 3.5. I think the Saints. If the Saints, I've said this all week. If the Saints lose this game outright, I'm shaving my beard. And but I
Whoa.
will guarantee you this: they probably won't cover. But I think they win this game by 2 points.
I agree. I think that I really hope you don't have to shave your beard. By the way,
Bro,
that
they
would be.
cannot lose this game, bro. It's the Panthers. We at home.
You
I
know what's
just can't
crazy?
see them losing this game, bro.
You know what's crazy? I was about to say this is probably one of the few games this year the Panthers have a good chance to win, just because it's a division game and because it's the Saints. Like I hate to say it, but dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I got like about 7 wins for your Saints. For the Panthers, I had about like 2 or 3. These are two teams that I don't expect to be too good this year. I mainly because I just for Saints wise, the DADC combo is just not
Oh,
it, and he just keeps trying to run it back. I mean, I won't lie to you. I've started to hate Dennis Allen more and more by the day, hearing him just open his mouth about his players. That's my biggest reason. Well, I'm not, by the way, I got no bets in this game. I just want to bring this up because it bothers me. If I had to pick, I'd pick the Saints, but I'm scared they won't cover either. But yeah, I don't like what Dennis Allen is doing in the media with his players. Usually you defend your players and you actually like talk good about them.
not
For
him.
example, Kendra Miller, been injured. And he's like, well, I don't know how to evaluate him because he hasn't been on the field. It's like, yeah, okay, that's some real coach speak. He's like, well, it's hard to make the trade. Like, this is stuff you like that we talk about as players. Like, it's hard to make the club and the tub. He basically said that as a coach at a
Yeah.
media stand. And then he does all this where he blasts basically every player. And then, oh, I love Taysom Hill. He can do whatever he needs to do. It's like, okay, buddy. He is so set in his own ways that like it's almost to the point where you can tell he's probably gonna be gone this year. If he's not, I feel so bad for you. I
Bro,
got
he
no
won't be.
bets.
He's gonna somehow win 7 games. It's gonna look like he did something because they win the last 3 out of 4 or some shit, and I'm gonna have to watch Dennis Allen and Derek Carr for another year. Real quick, plus 210.
Disgusting.
You just said it. They love Taysom Hill. They're gonna get inside the 7 and give it to him. Plus
I
210
do like
anytime
that.
touchdown for Taysom. Um, only bet I took on this game, and I'm gonna be pissed off watching it because we're gonna be losing, and he's not gonna score a touchdown.
Oh, by the way, to go back to the Colts game because we I went on my rant so long. AR anytime touchdown plus 120. I don't get why that's plus money at all. Let's be honest. AD Mitchell, if you want to take a nasty boy plus 330, he caught one of AR's preseason touchdown passes. I don't know how much playing time he's going to get. And then Tank Dell plus 230 for the Texans. Just add that in. And then yeah, I'm with you on Taysom Hill, and that should catch me back up touchdown wise.
Hell yeah, no Taylor.
Not yet. I kind of want to take Taylor, but it's the fact that Taylor's minus 120 and Anthony Richardson is plus 120 was kind of like, oh, we're getting some AR action then. Yeah, I
No,
think
I could
that.
definitely see them getting at the 4 and running the little read option and everybody going to Taylor.
And then
And
I'll take Taylor the second possession after AR scores the first one.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nah, I see you. I see you. Buffalo, the Bills, trash. -6.5 taking on the Cardinals. I think the Bills win this game. I am very low on the Cardinals. I think Josh Allen. Honestly, man, when I did my preseason stuff, videos, whatever, throw a bleeping dart at it. I got the Bills winning the last 6 games, but I got them starting off slow. This is a game though where I kind of like Cardinals in the points. I'm not gonna bet it, but I can definitely see a backdoor. Bills up 10. Kyler Murray goes on some crazy
Hmm.
schoolyard last minute drive where the Bills don't even give a damn. They just playing prevent, running the clock out, and it ends up being a 3 or 4 point game. But I'm just gonna stay away from this thing. This is probably the ugliest game on the board outside of Vikings
Oh yeah.
Giants to me.
I was about to say this is last. If you remember, I'm pretty sure the last time these two teams played, they could have played one more time between them. I believe Hail Murray was the last time they played.
Mm,
Talk about an insane play. I had
yeah.
real quick. I had Stephon. I had last leg of a parlay. I think I had Cardinals to win. I had Stephon Diggs to score a touchdown, and then DeAndre Hopkins. So watching that little sequence happen,
Yeah, that's crazy.
your boy lost his mind. But yeah, like I said, I'm kind of with you. I think the Cardinals offense is
It's
going to be good
crazy.
this year, dude. I was losing my mind. Like Stephon Diggs scores, like, damn, oh my god, just lost my shit, dude. But anyway, back to what we don't need to talk about that. That's the past. The defense for the Cardinals is going to be kind of meh. Offense should be pretty good. I don't really have a side in this game as well. I think 6 is kind of too big, but at the same time, might not be big enough with how bad the defense is going to be. I don't know what these new Bills are going to look like. I'm excited to see what Kyle looks like coming back. Two guys who got scoring. We're going to go with the running backs, James Conner, James Cook, both plus money. I
Bro,
think
could
James
you
Cook.
imagine going into week 1 and James Conner is your starting quarterback and you're trying to tell your fan base you want to win?
Wait, James, you don't Josh Allen? You mean?
No, James Conner for the Cardinals.
Oh, running.
Didn't you just
I
say James
mean,
Conner?
for the running back.
Yeah.
Oh, you. I was confused for a minute. You said quarterback position. You said James Conner. So I'm like, wait, which one
Oh
did
my
you not
God. I meant to
mean?
say running back. If I
I was
said
gonna say, which
quarterback, I
one do you not mean?
apologize.
I'll admit he's not horrible, but yeah, it's.
I mean, that's about as average as you get, bro. I mean, he's a great two back, but
Yeah, they could use another running back. Well, you see, they used their pick on Marvin Harrison, so hopefully, I'd be not shocked if they got a running back this year. This feels like the year where they do it because they got a receiver now. Well, they need more receivers too. Let's be honest.
they need everything, bro.
They got a long way to go.
Yeah. Las Vegas, the Raiders. They're +3 against the Chargers, baby. I love division games on week 1, man. That's where my eyes are. It's really like you lose two if you lose
Yeah,
that game.
this is a big first
Yeah.
game.
Definitely can't wait to see the John Harbaugh new look Chargers. I'm all over Gus Edwards. Got him in fantasy. Gonna take his anytime touchdown in this game. But you got the Chargers -3. Ah, just can't take it. You can't do it. The total set at 40 in the hook. Looking for some defense here. But I don't know. I could definitely see this game being 21-16. Uh, either way.
Hmm. I think it's going to be about 21-20, somewhere around there. At most, maybe one of these teams gets a 24. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You said it way too casual. Gus Edwards scored a touchdown at plus. Oh, no way did it go up. Now it's plus 250.
Yeah, they tripping.
What? Don't get me wrong. If they for those who don't know, Gus Edwards is the goal line back for.
Yeah, I know. That's why I
He's
was
the
like, the
goal
books
line
are
back for John
tripping.
Harbaugh. If you're talking about college football, Syracuse plays Georgia Tech this week. But yeah, no, going back to chat. Going back to the point real quick. Yeah, no, Gus Edwards being plus 240 is an absolute joke. Honestly, that should be way higher. Way, 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 way higher. I don't get why it's only 240. I don't got a side in this game either, if we're being honest. But
No.
I want to take Chargers if they go down because I do think they might win the game. But I am all over Gus Edwards' score.
All over it. Yeah, I
Okay.
like Chargers to win it for sure. And all over Gus Edwards. I saw that number +220 yesterday and took it.
Yeah,
And now it's
I gave it out on
250.
my show. That was one I'm like, oh, wait. I'd look at it again. Like, wait, plus 240.
Yeah. And just real quick, it's like you don't think he got those running backs for a reason? His brother's like, nah, bro, they'll hook you up.
Hey,
Trust me. Gus
and I don't
Edwards
want
inside the four, automatic.
and I don't want to be that guy, but J.K. Dobbins has been hurt one of the first few weeks every year so far. So
Yeah. Yeah.
just gonna leave that there. Hate to say it, but
Denver Broncos, baby. They're taking on the Seahawks. Seahawks -5.5 in the new look Seattle. It's going to be the first year without Pete Carroll since I can remember, honestly.
ain't
Mike
too long.
Holmgren way back in the day. Total set at 41 in the hook. I'm kind of high on the Broncos this year, but not high enough to take them week 1. This will be a game I'm gonna
Hmm.
watch and monitor. Definitely gonna be down on the Seahawks. 5.5 seems ridiculous. I think this should be more close to 2.5, 3.5.
Yeah, it feels like too big of a line a little bit. I'm on nothing here as well. Just excited to watch both these teams. This is a team I'm very excited for, and this is a what is it? Bo Nix. I'm very excited to see how he does in his first start. So this
Yeah,
is
me
just a
too.
game I'm gonna be watching. This is gonna be a watch for me.
Yeah, definitely. This is a good one. Sunday evening, baby. Cowboys. This will be a good nap time for me. Between the Saints game and the Sunday night football game, probably be drunk already. Cowboys plus 2.5 on the road, taking on the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns just feel like I can't even put a pulse on it. Total set at 40 in the hook. I don't know why this total so low. I'm guessing people think the Browns defense is too legit to quit. But I think the Cowboys put up 24 just for showing up.
I got nothing in this game. You want to talk about two disgust? This is a disgusting line, disgusting game, but in the wrong way. It's just I don't know what to expect from the Browns, and do I really want to bet on the Cowboys week one?
You can't do
Probably
it.
not. I might take CD to score a touchdown, maybe, but
You can't
past that,
do it.
he's
Commanders,
plus one
baby.
twenty.
Yeah. This is a fun game too. I really like this game. In my Survivor, I got a lot of. I got 25 Survivor tickets, and about 10 of them are on the Buccaneers to win. Just because
Ooh.
you got Baker in his second year with elite receivers, and then you got the Washington Commanders, who've really been a pan of popcorn. Just don't know what you hell gonna get. A seed, maybe not a seed, a good bite, maybe not. And then you're gonna throw in an undersized rookie quarterback into his first game down there in Tampa Bay, which, believe it or not, it doesn't get as much credit as it should for being a rowdy, great home field advantage. I don't know if the 3.5 I'm gonna take, but I'm definitely all over the Buccaneers to just win this game outright. Total set at 43.5. I think that's a little big just because I think Washington struggles to even get
Mhm.
past the 50-yard line.
I did give out 3.5. I do think that they will.
Yeah, now that I
I think
see it.
Bucks win it. I
Yeah,
think the Bucks
about
will win
10,
it decently.
15, 10,
I
15. Yeah.
think I was gonna say I think Jaden Daniels will still outplay a decent score, decent game. I think the Commanders at least score once or twice. Past that, I don't know. Like I said, we talked about it a little bit earlier. 0-7-1 rookies are in their opener to start the last 5 seasons. I just don't. I can't get myself around the Commanders yet. I need to watch a little bit more. I will take Brian Robinson to score for the Commanders at plus 210 because I think that the Bucks are not going to let Jaden Daniels run. So it's like, hey, if they do get in the end zone, I don't think he's going to be too comfortable to throw it. So hey, they're going to probably hand it off a lot, and then I don't think Eckler's going to be the one getting those touches there. I think it's going to be Brian Johnson or Brian Robinson. So plus 210, I'll take those odds. But yeah, I'm on the Bucks. Curious to watch and see how good the Commanders become.
I'm gonna say two things, man. Jaden Daniels is not an NFL quarterback. I'm also
You
gonna
might be
say
right.
this. Every time I saw him get tackled, we was watching Gus. Never mind, I finished the damn game. And now you're in the NFL with some bigger cats hitting harder, and yeah,
That
he's
boy
gonna
gonna
throw
have to
three
protect
picks
himself.
and be out the game by halftime, bro. That's how I feel. I just he's not an NFL quarterback. I can't believe he won the Heisman, bro. He deserved it though. I guess he had 1 or 2 good games on a losing team. Uh, Let me not get too personal, bro. He just Brian Kelly. Nah, let me stop.
Yeah. Here comes the LSU in him.
Los
Brian,
Angeles, baby. Yeah, I know. I could. Oh my gosh.
been
But this
waiting all
Sunday
day
night
for
football
Sunday
game,
night.
yeah, they got a good one for us. The Detroit Football Lions, baby, minus 3.5 at home. Way too big of a line. Taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And I don't really like to bet into narratives. I don't really like to play into anything. The whole world's on the over here. Matthew Stafford coming back to Detroit. Detroit. Why
Again,
can you not take the Rams plus 3.5? That's just me. I also don't believe in golf at all or the Lions. I think they had a fluky year and a half and it's back to reality.
I think that yeah, I'm with you. I think the Rams do cover this. I don't know if they'll win. I think the Lions still might have a chance to win, but 3.5. I love having that hook there. Very similar revenge. This is also a revenge game for the playoff. Rams are gonna be a lot healthier than they've been. This is gonna be the
A lot
healthiest
healthier.
will be all season. Yeah, way healthier too. I like Kyron Williams to score this game at minus 125. I like Jameer Gibbs to score this game at minus 115. But I do like the Rams to keep it close. I think this will be a fun, exciting game. I think it's gonna be 27-24. That's my correct final score prediction. It's gonna be somewhere around there where I think that 3 point comes in major.
Nah, definitely. I think the last drive is going to be for the game. But whether they get it or not, they're going to, whoever is down is going to, it's going to be, like you said, 2 or 3 points for sure. Monday night, I don't know. this game is kind of overhyped to me, but I will watch and I will have some fun with it. Aaron Rodgers back in San Francisco. Aaron Rodgers back on the field. Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. Finally, we get to see him play a full game. A knock on some wood. Plus 4.5 against the San Francisco 49ers. And the over set at 43 and a hook here. I don't know, man. These are two teams that, honest to God, I want to see play 5 games before I even think about what they're worth.
Hmm. I'm kind of in a similar boat. I want to watch a little bit more of these teams before I take anything. But because it's a Monday night game and I'm a football guy and I'm having stuff to give out, I am taking the Jets plus 4.5. Another situation, I'm going to take the points. Hope it becomes a field goal game, especially because it's going to be early. Brandon Ayuk missed all of training camp with a contract dispute. Christian McCaffrey missed all of training camp with a calf injury.
Yeah.
Trent Williams missed all camp with a contract dispute. So I like the chance for the Jets to at least be a little bit closer and at least keep it with somewhat close. I'm not going to go this whole big spiel of, oh, this guy's going to do this guy's going to do that, because I don't know. There's going to be Monday Night Football. Spotlight's going to be on. Both these teams might be nervous. Under could be in play. I think regardless, might end up being a good game, and we're going to see Aaron Rodgers back. That's going to be nice.
Yeah. Now I got a season-long prop on Aaron Rodgers touchdowns, and I got Sauce Gardner plus 5+ picks at like 16-1. So
You took that,
hopefully
huh?
Brock Purdy throws in week 1.
That would be helpful.
But man, we started on Friday and went through Sunday. Talked a little college football. Tonight we kick off the damn season.
We back.
Thursday night football, baby. Baltimore Ravens on the road taking on the reigning bike champions, the Kansas City Chiefs -3 at home. Boy, oh boy, is this a good ass game to open the season with. Total set at 46.5. Only bet I have on this so far is this total teased down to 39.5 in the teaser. But
Okay.
man, I have no idea where to go with this game. Scared to take any side. I want to take the over, but I could also see this game being 2024 and just breaking my
Yep.
heart.
Yeah, I'm in. I really cannot figure this game out for the life of me. I want to take the +3. Feel like I should stay on the points. I also just want to take the Chiefs money line because it feels like they're gonna
Yeah,
not they're
pull it
gonna win
off.
and get it right this year. I just don't know, man. So I'm gonna stay off of this. This is gonna be a situation where I might, if the Ravens go down 7 or go down by a touchdown early and they become like 8-9, it's like okay, maybe I'll take the points there. If the Chiefs go down, maybe it's like I'll take the 3 there. It's kind of the game I'm playing. I really can't decide a side. I will say, however, I do have 2 props I'm kind of interested in.
Let
I
me
was
throw
able to
this at
check.
you real quick. Chiefs 38, Ravens 33. How does that sound?
Sounds like a whole lot of missed tackles to me.
Yeah,
No, I don't. It feels like a little too high to me score wise.
I feel like both of these offenses are just got a point to prove. That's all you heard
I
about
know.
from the Chiefs this offseason. They won the Super Bowl and acted like they went 5-12.
Oh yeah. I just don't know how well the defenses are going to play. I feel because last year with the Lions, it was actually a decently defensive battle, and it was only 21-20. So it's like maybe it'll be 24-27, 28,
Yeah, that
something like
prime
that.
time
Maybe
under curse too scares me from the over.
that's what literally I was thinking of the primetime under curse when you said 38, 33. I'm like, damn, if it wasn't primetime, maybe. But for whatever reason, yeah, these primetime games, they don't. I don't know. I would say more if I had to guess a score, it's going to be about 20, like 7, like 27-20, something like that.
I'm
Twenty-seven,
trying to talk
24.
myself into this damn over so bad just to have a play on this game. I don't. I want to play because it's the first game of the season. But I mean, I got the
I
over
mean,
teased, but
if anything, I won't lie. I was leaning the under at 47.5 originally. That was my lane. Was like, man, am I really going to start the season out with a fucking under?
I mean, also both of these defenses top 5 for sure.
But the Ravens did lose. Actually, they both lost some decent guys. So the Ravens lost their coach, their defensive coordinator, which is a huge one. The Darius Sneed is gone. I think Willie Gay is gone for the Chiefs as well. He might not be, but the Chiefs did lose a guy or two as well. This is one of those games where it comes to the point where it's like, I don't even know because we just talked about it there. We've given an answer, damn near an answer from both sides why you should take both. So that's why I'm like, we're just gonna watch and we'll figure it out live. I am going to take Isaiah Pacheco to score an anytime touchdown. I do think that he has a good chance. Plus 115. I like for him to get one on the ground. And then for the Ravens, Derrick Henry's minus 120, Mark Andrews plus 180, Zay Flowers
Oh
plus
yeah,
210.
I feel
I
like you
couldn't get
gotta
around to
take
it.
Derek.
Give me Lamar Jackson plus 220.
Oh,
See, I might take Derrick as well as the hedge, the quote unquote hedge. But the
yeah.
reasoning I have here is I just literally see it as where it's a situation handed off to Derrick Henry, he finally gets stuffed. Hand off to Derrick Henry, he gets stuffed again maybe. And then the third time, or one, maybe they only run it there. Derrick Henry once to get stuffed. We got stuffed maybe once or twice in the game. And they have a built-in like play action, or not even play action, maybe like a built-in roll-out thing where Lamar Jackson keeps it, gets one-on-one in the edge, and he just has somebody to beat. That's kind of my scenario I see it as, where they get close to goal line, read option type play, where so much focus on stopping Derrick Henry and Patrick Ricard up the middle that Lamar Jackson's able to just leak out the side. But then again, or you can just hand it off to Derrick Henry and he falls forward for a touchdown to minus 120. That's probably the one I feel a little bit safer on, but I was looking for some odds, so I took something at plus 220. And before I head out of here, you know me. It wouldn't be me if I didn't give out a nasty boy. We got some
Hey,
props. No touchdown
yeah.
scores.
The floor is yours, big dog. The
I
floor
said
is yours.
this is all I really have left for the week. I got two nasty boys. I'll give out one for Saturday or sorry, one for Sunday for the NFL, and then one for the Thursday night game. Thursday night game, we got Isaiah Pacheco over 14.5 receiving yards, Xavier Worthy over 44.5 receiving yards, Mark Andrews over 46.5 receiving yards, and Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 passing touchdowns. With the boost, it takes from plus 749 to plus 1123. This is something I like to. I'm just taking some yards in the. I don't know what's going to happen, truly, honestly. I'm just going to take some yards from some players I expect to do stuff in the game. I look for Xavier Worthy to have maybe one or two big receptions in the Tyreek Hill role.
You're
Isaiah
taking
Pacheco,
my bad. You're taking his over receiving yards.
yeah, 44.5.
Yeah, I love that bet.
Pacheco over receiving, Worthy over receiving, Andrews over receiving, and then Mahomes over 1.5 touchdowns. I just think Xavier Worthy's going to get one or two deep balls, and if he catches one of them for like 30 yards, hey, all we need is a dump off.
Yeah.
And literally, when it comes to a running back situation with Pacheco, Samaje P. Ryan's is back, which we just got there recently. Clyde Edwards-Helaire dealing with some personal issues. So, touch-wise, I like all these dudes to get touches. The one I'm scared of the most is Mark Andrews at 46.5, just because I don't know what Lamar's exactly going to do. But
Oh,
he
don't give it
didn't
to
play
him.
a lot last year. Yeah, I think they're going to give it to him as well. And for Sunday, this one is plus 4,885. This is a long shot one. I will say, first leg, Brian Robinson plus 210. If you switch him out with Kyron Williams, it makes this plus 2775, which I'll admit, a little bit safer. I like a little bit more.
I'm
Gus
so
Edwards,
low on Kyron Williams, but go ahead. Floor is yours.
okay. Gus Edwards plus 240. Devon Achane plus 115. Anthony Richardson plus 120. That's the other four leg I got. Brian Robinson, Gus Edwards, Devon Achane, Anthony Richardson. Feel free to switch on Brian Robinson with Kyron Williams. I'm not going to take it personally. I like Kyron Williams to score, but I want to get nasty with it. This is 15 to win, $700. We got to get as nasty as you can get. And I think it's going to go 3 for 4 at the minimum. And I just can't tell you who's going to go in there. So we love
You
it.
got Gus Action.
Anthony Richardson and then Brian Robinson, who's Brian Robinson's running back for the Commanders.
Yeah. BR.
Yes, sir. That gave out earlier.
I'm just scared the Commanders literally don't get past the 50-yard line.
There's a chance, but there's also a chance that Todd Bowles just blitzes himself into a wide open play. That's the one thing I thought about. There's a chance that he sends a blitz one time and Jay Daniels actually is able to be like, oh, nice, and hit somebody over the middle for like 30, 50 yards, get him right in the perfect position to score, and then they kick a field goal because they can't score. I already see it happening.
Man. I thank you so much, man, for coming on. If you had to bet one play, what would be the one play you betting this Sunday?
Colts money line.
Betting with the heart. You know what's funny about this, baby, real
Yes,
quick?
sir.
My boys in Houston, like, I'm making, basically, I asked them the same thing, like, one play, what's your play? Texans money line. I was like, bro, y'all boys be betting with y'all heart like a bug.
No, if I had to be serious though, my bet probably Bengals minus 7.5. For being honest, that's probably my safest one. Like a weekend, I think they should roll the Patriots. I think Jacoby Brissett starting. I don't. Patriots aren't trying to play too much this year. They're going to try to figure out some kinks. New coach and Rod Mayo as well. I think Bengals. If I actually pick it, probably the Bengals.
Now, I will be on the coast with you, though, but it's just funny that you said that.
Yeah,
I didn't expect it.
no hesitation. Colts money line.
Man, if y'all want more from my man JCP, check him out on YouTube at the JC Pod. He breaks down sports beautifully, especially football, college, NFL. He gives you a lot of content over there. That's a lot of fun to watch, man. Man, we're in a fantasy league together. We're in a pick'em league together before the season starts. Gentleman handshake. Now it's war.
It's war.
But my man, I appreciate you. Anything else you want to say to the people, get it out. But just captain by a hook, baby. Take all these wagers at your own risk. And please, please gamble responsibly.
We're back.